you, and the Jewish Federation of New Jersey. I follow commands very well. The Jewish Standard, Rabbi Milstein, we're honored to be here. Thank you for your hospitality and all the staff that's here, and courtesies. We had Kirsch, of course, you've done this before. We have two mayors with us, Mayor Rustin, our own town, and Fly. And I could see Englewood from the corner of them. I'm honored to be here. I've been in the Congress for 8 terms. I have my family up here, and if it weren't for them, I would not be here and would not have been here in the past. My wife, my daughter-in-law, my grandkids, a couple of my sons, and thank you for being here today. We're honored. I've lived all my life in the city of Patterson, New Jersey. My mother and father went to the 6th grade. My grandmother and grandfather who came here from Italy, they had no formal education. They were the 4 smartest people I ever met in my life. And as I got older, they got smarter. They taught me one thing, and with regard to what the rabbi said so appropriately just a few moments ago. Every person has dignity. Treat each person with integrity. 2, build bridges. As Sam Rayburn said once, anybody cannot, no, he said something else, but I'll leave it out. Anybody can knock down a barn. Build bridges. I have used that motif all my life, because I think it's critical for me. I go up on the streets of Patterson. Sometimes it was survival. So I always say to people, don't let my degrees fool you. Boots on the ground is what I believe sincerely in my heart. I graduated schools in Patterson. I went to Fordham University, where I got my undergraduate and graduate degrees. I owe a lot to Fordham. I owe a lot to the nuns who tolerated me in Catholic school. And I want you to know, I want your vote in November, but I want to earn credibility. Many of you don't really know me, you've heard about me, or maybe saw me. I want you to know, as I said to the people of Essex County, since I've been all my life in the state county, that I want you to be proud of what I do regardless of your party affiliation. And I can and have reached across the aisle. I'm honored to be here this morning, and I'm honored to debate for the rabbi, and I want you to know I intend to be civil during this debate. Thank you.
Just to let people know, I'm giving each candidate a 30-second warning. I will not cut somebody off if they're finishing a thought. I will let them finish, even if it runs over a little bit, and I'll do that for both candidates.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, too, want to thank the JCRC, the Jewish Federation, Temple Sinai, the Jewish Standard. We finally found out how to get people into a synagogue, especially on a Sunday morning, and I would like to tell Rabbi Milstein that I decided to run for Congress to get out of synagogue politics. So here we are. I want to welcome my family. My wife, Debbie, is here. We have 9 children. One of our children is in the Israeli army. She just left after the holidays. Another is studying to be a rabbi in South Africa. And I told the little children they must behave during the debate and not interrupt unless Congressman Pascrell is speaking. But seriously, Congressman Pascrell, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a momentous election. insurmountable problems. But lest you believe for a moment that those problems are the result of an economic collapse, they are truly the outgrowth of a values erosion. 236 years ago, a group of men and women faced the ultimate test of committing high treason against their king. What irked them about British rule? And it was this: the foremost American value is what Congressman Pascrell just said. Human dignity, and there was no dignity in being subject to some guy across an ocean who was going to take away their liberty and their independence. And there is no dignity today for any of us to be the wards of a state or to lose our independence, our financial self-reliance through an entitlement-addled society where we undermine American entrepreneurship and American ingenuity. I want to bring to politics the same values by which I raise my children. My kids need to earn things at home. And I'm sure Congressman Pascrell raised his kids the same way. There are responsibilities. What happened to the cry of a great Democratic president, John F. Kennedy? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Where is that great cry of dignity through self-reliance, independence, and self-sufficiency? And there was another thing that those brave colonists said. Even when the king wanted to just tax their tea, we would die for the kind of taxes they had back then. We're paying 45–50% of our money to taxes here in New Jersey. So why did they rebel? Because it was taxation without representation. You're right, Rabbi Shmuley. We dare not run a negative campaign. But with all due respect, Congressman Pascrell, you accused me on television of running a negative campaign twice this week. When the ultimate form of negativity, and I can tell you this, since I am a marriage counselor, it's not when a husband and wife fight and argue. I can save those marriages. It's rather where there is the coldness of contempt and the silence of indifference. It's where you choose to ignore each other. Congressman, you have yet to say my name once during this election. You decided not even to campaign. You decided not to be seen at the NAACP dinner in East Rutherford, or the Korean Festival at Overpeck Park, or the seniors picnic in Fort Lee. You decided to rely on the structural advantage of being a Democrat to win. These people deserve to hear the issues. They deserve a vote.
We're going to try to alternate between speakers as best we can. So the first question is going to go to Congressman Pascrell, and it's on the question of employment. The federal employment rate continues to hover around 8% and is 9.8% in our state. What policies do you support that would expand employment opportunities and spur economic growth?
Thank you. There is no question that we are not where we need to be or want to be in terms of jobs, but the government can't simply create jobs. Unlike what Mr. Bush did between 2001 and 2004, when there was an increase of 1,400,000 jobs, and 900,000 of them were public sector jobs. So when we take a look at the 8 years previous to this administration, we understand that there was a loss of 600,000 jobs in those 8 years. So when the President of the United States raised his hand in January of 2009, we were averaging close to 700,000 private sector jobs a month. We have seen 32 straight months of increases in private sector jobs. And our unemployment rate, which has come down, not certainly enough, but that has come down to a point which it would have been below 7% if we did not let go in state, local governments, and the federal